Hey guys, it's Pete and Amy.
Hi.
So, two things. First of all, we apologize for the echo. We're recording in a different location this time. And second of all, those are our neighbor's dogs if you hear them.
Yeah.
And third, this is a post-recording, audio recording,
right.
because we lost the audio that while we were playing, we didn't realize the microphone disconnected itself because we were playing full screen. And so we're just kind of talking over this.
We're just doing post commentary.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For all of us.
Yeah. That first puzzle we did right there, Amy actually figured that out after editing the last video. So.
Well, I figured it out while I was eating breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there staring into space, and all of a sudden Peter hears me go, "Oh."
Yeah, I saw you nodding your head.
Yeah.
So just. Not saying a word and nodding your head, but...
The puzzle works now.
Yeah.
And yeah, somebody had pointed out in the thread, we came to the realization, like, later in the day after we recorded the last one, that we had forgotten to take into account that those little hexagons could be solved.
Yeah, the dots can be a mistake.
Yeah.
And we didn't even think of that. See, and like I've said before, I'm not trained to do a mistake on purpose. Also, yeah, right here we stopped and looked at the symbols on the big cube. Somebody pointed that out in the thread too, and that is a cool touch. I never would have noticed that had that not been pointed out. So yeah, we did the really convoluted process of starting all this up. Yeah, I got it so correct the first time that it didn't want it. So
yeah.
And
that's also not the right answer.
Oh.
Give it another go.
I forgot. Will we get it? You see, and it figures that this happened in this video because we actually barely made mistakes with what we were doing. We actually had really good runs this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty successful overall.
So, I was upset that this was the one where we had to lose everything.
Well, I mean, it sucks that it ever happens, but, you know. I don't think we had made any hugely witty remarks during this playthrough.
I guess not, no. But, yeah, so we finally finished the mistake icon here, mistake symbol, and then we're going to run over and do the trees.
Yeah.
First we're going to do the...
stuff.
We're going to do the long-ass elevator thing
right.
that we kept messing up, so congratulations, you get to see that now.
Yeah, so in addition to opening the other side of this panel, the last puzzle we finished before this also powered on an elevator, and the elevator moves so slow that the first thing that we realized was this has to be part of an environmental puzzle.
And it was really easy to find the environmental puzzle. I was just getting too ahead of myself. So
we'll
you'll
speed
see
it
that
up anyway.
Oh, will we actually speed that up?
Oh, God, yes. I'm not making people sit around and watch you putter up and down and up and down.
Oh, okay. Hey, my head is out of my ass at this point. That's where I keep it sometimes.
It's amazing how flexible you are.
Yeah, thanks. The water effects look kind of cool. They're a little simplistic, but they look cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just starts inching ever so slightly.
Click. Yeah.
I like how this one panned out, though. Mm-hmm. That was probably one of my more favorite environmental puzzles. Yeah.
Yay. Alright, so that's done.
Yeah, so that finally got done 10 minutes longer than it needed to be.
Yeah. So anyway, at this point we're gonna head up to the treehouse kind of area.
Yeah, because we were trying to think of what we had started already, because we didn't want to start yet another new place.
Yeah.
And we both remember that we started the village, but that's supposed to be a culmination. So we wanted to finish the individual ones first. Now, that tree symbol down there that I originally thought we were going to first, what is that? That one, what is that?
That's where we were doing the puzzles where they had to go over, like, palm trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that... Where was the lattice stuff that we looked at for about 2 seconds and then left?
The lattice is towards the center. It's near town.
Oh, so we actually have to walk there
Yeah.
for that one. Okay.
And somebody in the thread gave us what I think is a clue about where we need to stand to see an answer.
Yeah. You talk about the Circle of Rocks one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that comment. Yeah, and then this boat thing. Yeah, there's this puzzle. But then as we passed, I noticed...
You looked up and saw.
Yeah, there's also another puzzle in the cracks right there. So... Also, I just want to say that I'm proud of myself because I did a lot of the tree puzzles, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of puzzles in this game lately, so... I just want it to be known that I'm not a complete idiot.
I don't think anybody thinks you're a complete idiot.
Okay, thanks. Like, comment, subscribe. Am I a complete idiot? I'll take anything I can get at this point.
Yeah. So
anyway.
One of the things I was gonna talk a little bit about, just because, I mean, usually when we're playing this, we don't have time to think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the kind of, I guess, unique circumstances we're working with right now is that pretty much our lives consist of renovating a half of a duplex while more or less looking for jobs and stuff. So playing these games, or at least playing The Witness right now, is kind of our little bit of respite from all that crap.
Yeah.
And
it's taken a lot longer than it was supposed to for many, many different reasons.
Yeah. So, like, I cannot tell you how... At this point, we've recorded in so many different places. I think our first recordings were at our old apartment in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Then we left there and we had to stay with your parents for a little bit, and we recorded there. And then we drove out to the St. Louis area and we recorded from my old bedroom in my parents' house.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. And right now we're recording in an empty room in the duplex.
Yeah, and that's why it's so echoey, because there are a couple chairs, the TV on the floor, and my desktop plugged into it, and that's about it. So, on some level, even when we're making stupid mistakes or forgetting rules and things like that, I'm just proud we're able to think at all. Oh, I thought you were going to say, even when we're making stupid mistakes, at least we can build a house.
No, I don't think we've gotten that far.
Well, we've gotten pretty freaking close.
Yeah, I guess so.
Other than putting the brick down, we've basically rebuilt the place.
This place was such a mess.
It was. We got here and... See, Amy's parents own both sides of the duplex, so... And
the deal we made with them is that we can live on one side as long as we agree to do the work to, like, renovate it after the last tenant moved out. And it turns out that the tenant that moved out had been here for, like, 16, 17 years, and I don't think he cleaned it once during that entire time.
Yeah.
It was so gross. We had to rip up the carpets in every room. We've had to repaint literally every flat surface. It's just been ridiculous. But anyway. Yeah. There's some behind the scenes of our lives. Uh-huh. You don't have to ask for it. Yeah, see right there, we figured out that the sunburst can be with other colors as long as there's still only two of that one color. And I think we figured that out at some other point. We haven't done the sunburst ones in a long time, though. Yeah. Not consistently. But yeah, so now we're figuring out that this is just like an expansion of that. Mm-hmm. So, now you know what? I'm gonna take this time to mute my phone just in case, because freaking why not? What if I want to call you? You can go ahead, I guess. I'll see it.
Just muting it doesn't mean I won't see it. Duh.
Oh.
So, but yeah, anyway, you wanted to talk about the meaning of the game and everything.
Yeah, so that's another thing that there's been a lot of talk about in the thread, and I don't feel like we really talk much about it because, we're too busy trying to do the puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what we did 3 days ago. And, one of the things that's come up a few times... Oh, this is where we start figuring out that there's multiple exit points from this puzzle. So we're seeing where they might go. And if one looks like it goes to that burnt out place, one goes out into the air to the side of us, another goes forward.
And we'll expand on that later.
Yeah. But anyway, there's been some talk of this, especially around like the videos and the use of the different audio logs. And I feel like some people in the thread have talked about it being like a game that's supposed to be a meditation. And I think, at least my experience so far, I think that's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's certainly no like real well-defined narrative going on.
Not overtly anyway, no.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't hand the story to you on a plate.
Yeah. And I think maybe more than anything, it's just supposed to be a meditation on some topics about the nature of like observance.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the game is called The Witness. So it's about observation, and it's primarily a puzzle game. So I feel like maybe what Blow is going for is trying to comment on like our sense-making behaviors,
Mm-hmm.
Like the way we observe the world and make sense of it, because we're doing the same thing here. We're observing the rules of the puzzle and trying to make sense of it and figure out how to fit the different rules together.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's very much like the paradigm of like experimental science, in so much as you try and make concrete observations that can act as rules in multiple situations.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're kind of trying to do that, and we've had some of these especially that last video, the woman who was speaking somewhat slowly.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to be incredibly thoughtful.
Small,
and
bursty
so on.
sentences.
Yes. One of the topics, at least towards the beginning of that, before my interest totally dropped out, was about how what we end up experiencing is conditioned by what we expect to observe,
Mm-hmm.
or how your expectations can define the outcome of things. And I think, that speaks a lot to what maybe Below wants to do here, or at least he's, I don't know, trying to be cheeky with that or something. To say so much as, if we expect a puzzle to work one way, we will only see certain outcomes. And when we start to question those preconceived ideas of how a puzzle is supposed to be solved, then we can get different outcomes. And I think if we wanted to take that idea to the extreme, we would then have puzzles where they can be solved in multiple ways, with the observance of the choice of observing different rules. Here, it's kind of deterministic in so much as there are only so many correct answers to any given puzzle. But yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, we had issues with this one.
Yeah, but we get
Just
there.
throwing that out there. Anyway.
Did I just spoil this? Was that a spoiler? We solved this puzzle.
No. Well, I already said in the beginning that we did a really good job with these.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself. Anyway.
Yes, good job. Yeah, I think this is just about it.
Yep, there we go.
There it was. But yeah, I don't know. I keep going back to, with the different Oh, we want to see if we could jump over yet.
Yeah. One more and we can cheat.
Yeah, almost there. With the different quotes and things we keep getting here, it makes me think that, like, Below got really into the idea of, like, I'm trying to think, not necessarily ontology, but he got really into the philosophy of science and observation, and the philosophy of knowing. How do we know things to be true? And when I used to teach these, like, critical theory courses at a college, and one of the things that I would always start with my students was talking about what do you consider to be real, and how do you know what is real is actually real? And you always have some very, like, hard science students who are like, well, we study it, we're able to test it, we observe it, we can measure it, and those measurements can tell us what's true. And then you get some of the liberal arts students who are very easily swayed by the idea that truth lives within the observer themselves. That what I see is true for me, but the conditions of my particular position in life and my ways of seeing and knowing are entirely individual, and that those can be affected by different things, and, you know, what's true for me today might not be true tomorrow, and so on.
Yeah.
But anyway, this game seems to at least lean pretty heavily on the post-positivist side of things, on, you know, we observe, we find concrete things, and then apply those concrete things to make real changes in the world, to solve puzzles and build bridges.
Yeah. And even when the rules kind of change a little bit, they never actually change. It's just another perspective, like showing you all we did was change the color of something. That doesn't mean it works differently, kind of thing. And I think I was having a hard time wrapping my head around that, because I always figured, oh, well, something's a different color now, it has to work. It's like a brand new mechanic. And that's not the case at all. The rules never actually change. They're just tweaked. They function the same way. So.
Yeah, and I mean, like, by the way, just saying here, I've totally seen an entirely different solution to this that would have been way faster. Couldn't I think I could have just started at the beginning, gone up 3, over to the right 1, all the way back down, and then to the end. Just isolating...
Yes. I think.
Can the 2 white starbursts be with 1
Oh,
white
no,
square?
that's the first thing you tried, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
Anyway.
the colors have to be separate.
Well, whoops.
Then I noticed it was an angry red line, and I just wanted to make angry red lines. Then I stopped.
But yeah, I mean, this is very much like, I think this game feels to me like the scientific paradigm of these rules are already, like, in place. They already exist. That was so close. Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't quite yet.
These rules are already in place, and they, like, govern the world. And it's our duty to, like, find them and figure out how they work together.
Which is like life. There is no manual.
True.
I just summed up the entire game. Nobody needs to play this again.
That should be, like, on one of those like faux motivational posters.
Yeah.
That, like, did you see that we've stopped at a used game store earlier today, and they had some of those. Did you see that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I feel like you could probably sell, like, a dozen of those or something.
I better make them expensive. I want to retire off of that.
Oh yeah, one of these again. One of the things we're not sure about, we're wondering what these contribute to, or if they contribute to anything.
We definitely know how to solve them now, but yeah, I was curious, and I get Amy was also curious as to what they do, if they do anything, or maybe they're just hidden, like, oh, okay, just get this taken care of, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're certainly not physically connected to anything. They're just sitting around in random places. Yep, they're the Starburst symbols on that box.
Yep. And then we discover here, just in a moment, that there are puzzles beyond our reach. You can see through the little gaps.
I don't think that's here. I think that's later. Or do we do it here?
I think we notice it here. How about back there?
I got lost.
How about up here?
Well, I was looking for more holes here, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, there's nothing. Roof is built well.
Sides, not so much. I think
and right there you were like, Peter,
stop.
Peter.
Go back. Keep going. There it is. See it. And then we can't get anywhere to finish it.
Yeah. I'm never not surprised by how far away you can be from one of these puzzles or how small it can be, and it'll still let you interact with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this right here, this blows my mind that I was able to interact with that at all.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe that.
It makes me think of, there was that one we found where it had like a pattern on it, so we had to move far enough away that you couldn't see the pattern anymore, and it worked.
Something like that, yeah. That stuns me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a limit. It's not like you can go across the game and all of a sudden it'll still work. I mean, it's a game. There's draw distance.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you get any little crack you can see through to get to it, it'll let you interact with.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I noticed the switch for the box above us, too. It's in there, so...
Yeah.
So now the goal here was trying to figure out how to get into that building. So...
And then we say,
never mind.
Yeah,
my first... Oh, I think I just noticed another environmental thing.
Did you?
Yes. God damn it.
This is what it's like to edit these.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, god damn it, there's another one.
Did you see one?
No.
Oh.
That's me doing my impression of me editing this.
Oh, I'll have to show you the one I think I saw before.
Okay.
It was going too fast, so I don't know if it actually was something.
Yeah.
Then we remembered this shenaniganry here. What?
Shenaniganry?
Yes. It's an example of a shenanigan. Go, Peter, go. You can do it, I'm sure. I was there.
There's no reason that this wouldn't work.
But yeah, so as you can probably guess, for the people who've played this game...
Wait. Did you make it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Stand sadly at the door.
So we figure out later, and we go back to look, that we're thinking we have to extend the bridge to the right,
mm-hmm.
and that'll give us some kind of a perspective to see that switch when we're much closer. Since we counted it, it'll go out to the right 6 squares.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good distance on that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Can I also just say, then we decided let's just go over there. One of the things that I keep thinking about in this game,
mm-hmm.
it reminds me so much of, what would you call it? Like a theme park or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like divided into these different areas, and everything, each area has its own like theme or whatever. And I feel like we're just some dude who has a good amount of cash who paid to go to this theme park by himself. And we're going to get done, and we'll get to the end, and we'll be like, oh boy, that sure was fun, and then walk outside, and the next guy gets let in.
Yeah.
It's like one of those escape the room places, but...
See, and I think that would be incredible for The Witness.
Yeah.
But... I don't think The Witness is well known enough that anybody would do it.
Anybody would actually make The Witness theme park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so we found... This is the thing that I got from a distance a few videos back. And we realized this is just a shortcut over to the other side of that really colorful garden.
Yeah, the castle.
The castle. Now, you can get to the castle just by going back on the boat and going to a different stop and running to the castle. So, keeping that in mind, when we ran back, which will be in just a second here, I also find it interesting that there's like a bunch of crushed, like the trees were cleared out of that one area kind of thing. It looked visually interesting to me. So we noticed when we went back over here that this drawbridge had a second wire, and I had not noticed that before. So we decided to go ahead and do it, and that is going to make the bridge go back up, but we'll have a wire all glowy now. And so I'm thinking if we go back to the castle by foot and we look at this drawbridge now, we will see something on the bottom of the drawbridge. We'll see another puzzle.
Yeah.
Which would not have been there before because we hadn't lit the thing up.
Yeah. So that was the shape we'd made before, and I think actually where it cuts in there, it doesn't really matter. I think
no, it makes no difference at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just did this.
Right.
And that pulled it up but left the light on. So we're thinking there's something on the other side of that now that we lit the cord up, and we're going to check that next time if we remember.
If we remember.
Remind us.
We should really just start keeping post-it notes with this stuff around.
Yeah, we should. But yeah, see, the position.
Hey, if somebody truly loves us out there, they can just make a list of things.
Tell us of all the things we've forgotten.
Yeah.
But yeah, right there, they purposely angled it so you can't see that side of the bridge without going all the way around now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So there's got to be something on the other side of that. Oh yeah, this one took a second too. Because what we confirmed here, and I think we tried this in one of the past videos, but we didn't confirm it, is that the yellow or orange blocks can share a block or two or three with the purple sun icons here. So the sun icon and, for example, where the 3-block thing is, I think we test it right here.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. Eventually. I tell you to test it. Yeah, right there.
There it is.
See, and so it's satisfied. The 3 blocks are satisfied.
Yeah, they're fine.
And I think we were messing around with that in a block puzzle before where it didn't have to go like that.
Yeah.
It could have, but it couldn't have. It didn't have to, and we couldn't really tell either way. Mm-hmm. So this confirmed that those can share blocks, at least with this stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And that you couldn't just paste another one to the top because you want to.
Yeah. Again, with the rules being set in stone.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, we eventually figured this out, and we also, as we go on with the Green Bridge, we realize it's just another one of those standalone little boards with the triangles. But we're still going to get over there because after this one, we did a pretty good job of making headway.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, look
at
that. It's a
that's
solution.
It right there. So.
Yeah.
Do it.
Good.
Do it.
I think I was sitting there going, you see? I got it.
Well,
you see it?
Yeah. Also, finishing the puzzle would have shown me that.
Yeah, I know. But that's so boring.
Yeah, and then I need to go back and take another look because now we're into the block category again and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh.
I can't... I have problems with the block ones because I keep forgetting the icon doesn't have to be dead center.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the mistake ones because I had been so bred up to that point to not make mistakes with the game. So, and I'm trying to think, I think those are the only two I have really big issues with.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite ones so far are, I like the starburst ones, I like the colored square ones where you separate the colors, and I like the collecting dots one. It makes me feel like Pac-Man.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
I do like those. I don't think I'm terrible at the game, but there are a couple that, like, especially the mistake one. Mm-hmm. And I think I was explaining this to you outside of a video once. I didn't realize. Oh no, I think that was in a video. I didn't realize that even after you complete one of the puzzles with the mistake icons, that it fades out the mistake icon and the one you quote unquote screwed up. And when those are removed completely, it's a correct solution. Yeah. And for some reason, my brain didn't click with that. And I was still looking at all the icons going, why does this work? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, if I had just pretended that those icons weren't there, I would have been like, okay, well, now clearly this works if this didn't exist. Mm-hmm. And it just took me until basically until we finished that entire section for me to finally have it click in my head and be like, okay, if you completely remove both of these, everything is satisfied. Mm-hmm. It took me the entirety of that section to figure it out. Yeah. And yeah, I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't grasp it for some reason. And I mean, I know how to do these square ones. I'm just terrible at them.
Also, that was us indicating we don't know what goes there.
Yeah, I think we actually stop on the green bridge for here. We stop on the green bridge. We decide to run back to the other bridge, and then I was like, we need to just work on one bridge at a time. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I just we went to look and see what was there. But anyway, I don't know. For me, I feel good about any of them where I can like kind of form a mental algorithm to go through. Yeah. You know, like with the shape ones, if I have two different shapes, I immediately try and figure out what are all of the different ways they can be combined. Yeah. And then how would those overlay on top of the board to encompass both of them?
Oh, see, I just jump right into it. I look at the board and I'm just like, draw lines until I accidentally notice something. That's basically how I've done half of these.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the ones that I've done that I literally couldn't see. I still say my favorite one was the one where you had to look through both colored windows. Yeah. And I didn't notice that until after I did it and had no idea how I did it. That was awesome. See, right there, I was just like, screw this, I can't take it. So, anyway, so that's as far as we got. I hope this was entertaining enough for you. We're going to be a lot more observant about what the light on the microphone's doing next time.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
you said that, and I just looked at it for the first time this whole recording.
Well, I've been looking at the things in the background, so we're fine. Anyway, that's all we've got. So thanks for joining us, and we'll be back again.
Less podcasty next time.